Yes, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in, so let's get right into it. And yeah, man, you saw the title right. I'm gonna wait for a few of y'all to get up in the room. But you definitely saw the title right. Big U, his people, they reached out, his representatives, they reached out to me via email and they basically told me or asked me, they basically asked me, salute, to you know, to chill out on speaking on you, you know, to go light on Big U. That's what I was basically asked. You know what I'm saying? In the email. You know, it's like yo, this is his representatives. It's basically his manager, a few other people, and they wanted me to chill on talking about Big U. Now, you already know how I do. You already know how I do here at Grown Man Business TV. You feel me? You already see the merch is in. We gonna get into it. We gonna get into tune. Um, but you know me, man. That just kind of made me wanna. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You know, you see the merch. We gonna start lining the merch up. Got the shirts. You see the hat. You know what I'm saying? The trucker fitteds. Um, but they wanted me to chill on talking about Big U, and they was basically telling me, to be careful about speaking on Snake U. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Big U, Snake U. They all fit them. But here at Grown Man Business TV, and don't forget the TV ever. Don't forget the TV ever. We gonna keep the pedal on the gas. We gonna put the pedal to the floor. We gonna mash the gas. We not slowing up. We not. That definitely gave me, and that's why I kind of chilled for a couple days. I got the email. I think it was Thursday night. The last video I did is doing some decent numbers. So it was Thursday. It was Thursday night, Friday morning that I got the email, and I had to sit with it. I wanted to sit with it, you know what I mean, for a few days. So I didn't post any videos. I didn't do anything, and I just wanted to sit with it because this is what you gotta understand. You understand? This what you gotta understand. And I've been saying this for a long time. Um, when the higher ups and elites take notice, when they take notice, here that's when the traps come. That's when uh, all the foolery is gonna come behind that. And what that basically just let me know is that we got the higher ups and elites attention here at Grown Man Business TV. We approaching 12,000 subscribers, and we still a relatively small page, small channel, but the voice is powerful. The words are powerful. I think that's gonna be my next video. Um, Before I jump back on Big U neck, you feel what I'm saying? It's just talking about words, and I got a strong voice. You know, we not 100,000 in yet, but we approaching, we going up. And it just really made me realize just how strong the voice is. It really made me realize just how many people are paying attention when you don't think anyone's paying attention. When you don't think, when you got only a certain amount of people in your live or in room, and you're not thinking that you bubbling. But the crazy part about it is, out of that, 15, 20 people you might have in the room, let's say four of them are majors. You got a Whack 100, you got a DJ Academics, you got all these big platforms, low key, low key watching the kid, keeping an eye on what I'm saying, and they do it so much to the point now that they jacking the slogan. Man, it's all respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I'm flattered, uh, and I love it. You feel what I'm saying? But again, it's just more confirmation to keep going. It's more confirmation not to slow down. It's more confirmation that we on cue, because you got to look at it like this. If I was saying something about somebody and it was totally false, right? Then you have nothing to worry. You have nothing to worry about. You have absolutely nada, zilch to worry about. But when I get to talking about something, and then I'm noticing people is listening in certain different ways, and then you have your representatives reach out to me. You have your representatives contact me. You feel me? Again, a relatively small channel. Um, it just set a fire blaze. It's like a forest fire. It don't stop. And I literally just, when I had to digest it and I sat with it and I thought about it and I slept on it. And I said, man, we're gonna keep going. Because the thing what you got to understand as well is that when Nipsey passed away, I wasn't doing videos. When Nipsey got smoked, I wasn't doing videos. I wasn't a blogger. I didn't have a monetized channel. I wasn't doing anything but consuming information and consuming content on YouTube. That's all I really was doing. And I always felt like when Nip passed, man, I wish I would have had a voice already because you know, I don't know what they got going on with this tape. I don't know what they got going on with all the extras. But regardless if it's a tape or not, like, the, what they did to Nip was totally out of pocket. Let me just use that phrase. It was out of pocket. It was out of pocket. And like I said in that video with Big U, I said a few things I'm sure struck a nerve with him, and that's what made his people reach out to me. You know what I mean? Uh, it made me smile when but one of the things I said in that video is that when you doing dirt, right? When you doing dirt, and you touch the wrong spirit, you touch the wrong person, you touch the wrong energy. Now down here on earth, you have do thou art will. Do as you will, do as you please. You have the freedom for that, but you definitely have to pay. You have to pay for the decisions that you make, and that decision, that stamp, they put that stamp on Nip, and they assassinated Nipsey Hussle. You got to know somebody's gonna fall. Somebody's gonna fall for what they did to Nip. Now, am I a detective? Nah. You feel me? Am I a police officer? Nah. I don't do the police games. I'm not the guy looking to solve his case. I am going to speak freely on Nipsey's case. I'm going to speak freely with the public information that has been provided to not only just me, you know what I'm saying, not only just Grown Man Business TV, but to the whole content creator community. Everybody has privy to this information. I'm just going to be the one, yeah, duality. I'm just going to be the one, and you got to know what team I'm playing for. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, it's a lot of evils in this world. With a lot of, and this is on a whole nother level, but a lot of a lot of you guys are doctrinated. Y'all go by the Bible. Well, in the Bible, the devil was an angel first. Always remember that. The devil was an angel first. And not only was he an angel, he was one of the most beautiful, most handsomest angels to ever become angeled. You feel me? He was like that guy. He was like the top of the top, the cream of the crop. And he got so big-headed. Salute. For sure, multiple different angles. You already know. The devil got so big-headed, or that angel, Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, he got so big-headed that he was kicked out of the kingdom. He was kicked out, and he was sent here. Now, Dale was good, my G. What it do? Assassin BX, salute, my G. What they'll have you believe is that, in the book they say, he went to the nah, he was sent to earth. This is the devil's playground. All of this is evil. And we are good spirit, pure spirits, right? That are engaging with evil every day. Every day. But what you gotta understand is what the universe does is the universe will let you do what you will. If you want to kill something, do it. If you want to do this, you want to do that, do it. But the universe sets you up for the accountability. Salute. Facts. Carmen 151 facts. But you got to know the world's always been evil. This is where that angel was sent to. So it always been this way down here for the most part, while he's been here. But where we come into the picture is that we have the choice not to engage. You understand what I'm saying? We have the choice not to engage in animalistic behavior. And if you do play in it, then you got to know that you're going to pay. So That was my point. Even saying that is that everybody like you got to look at it like this, right? How many gang members die every year? Salute, salute. I hate when the small homies go out like this. Yeah, man, it's tough. But how many gang members die every year? Every year you got hundreds, if not thousands, of gang members killed in gang violence. And what about Nipsey struck the world? Obviously, it wasn't his music because if you let Whack 100 and all the other guys tell it, Nipsey wasn't a big star. He just started getting some traction. He wasn't a major. He hadn't sold out in the arenas. He hadn't went platinum. None of these things none of the accolades of the music industry, none of those accolades did Nipsey reach. He lost out on the Grammy. I think Cardi B got that Grammy. He didn't get that Grammy, right? And my point to say is why, when he gets killed in the manner he's killed, assassinated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a part of it. Another part of it was, yeah, it was bigger than his smarts though. It's just like it's bigger than the obvious. Nipsey connected with the world. Nipsey's words, Nipsey's charisma, Nipsey's business savvy. You understand what I'm saying? Connected him with the world. And if you pay attention, the only people that didn't see how big Nip was or what Nipsey was until he passed away was the you know it was the gangs, it was the 60s, it was every gang in LA. Because one thing a lot of people say to me, or I see in my comments, is when people be like, he was just another gangbanger. Nah, he was a gangbanger, but he was not just another one. In Cali, you guys were the only ones that didn't see the power in him. Y'all didn't see the potential to be great. Y'all just looked at him as another 60. So when he got smoked like that, it shocked the world. You understand what I'm saying? Big U, if you listen, I'm sure you're gonna come back on this. You're gonna come back on this. Yeah, waving at the neighbors. Uh, you're gonna come back on this. But Big U, you know, he was bigger than the 60s. He was bigger than the gang. He was bigger than Cali. And with his roots and where he came from, and him going back to Rethia when he was a kid and swimming in the Red Sea, these things all were in divine order. All of these things were in divine order because the universe is going to line it up in divine order. And down here, like I said, free will. You have free will to step in front of divine order. You have free will to try to stop divine order. But when you do those things, you have to pay. You have to pay. And I say all that to say this, you know what I'm saying? One thing for certain, two things for sure. Somebody's gonna crash for that. Now let me show you an example. Slim 400. He got smoked. Nobody's really pressed about it. You understand? Yes, for sure, for sure. Um, you know, everybody. And let me double back real fast because it's one of those narratives, and we coming from multiple different angles. Now, don't mind my relaxedness. You know what I'm saying? I kind of hurt my leg, uh, and I've been taking like these muscle relaxers, so them shit's got me just real mellow, real relaxed, right? But one of the narratives that are being pushed, one of the narratives when it comes to Nip that I see a there for, and I've been wanting to correct this for a while, is the fact that every Whack 100, Big U, everybody tries to paint the picture that Nip wasn't a star. Nip didn't have a following. No one listened to Nip until he got killed, and that is absolutely false. Nipsey had a strong core following. That's why he was able to do these mixtapes that he do. He was able to travel a little bit on them and get some paper off them because his following, his core audience, knew exactly what he was. We knew exactly what he was. All the way back in 2016, 2015, it was people like me making trips to the marathon store for sure. So he was knee deep in the situation. Salute the yeah, salute the Kansas. What up? What up? What it do? Yeah. Now you just gotta understand that Nipsey connected with the world on like a he vibrated at such a high level that when they took his physical, his spirit was unleashed on the world. Yeah, his spirit was unleashed on the world. So now you got people like myself that never met Nipsey in person. I never been to one of his shows. I never shook his hand. I never got an autograph. Any of those things, but I felt him leave this place. I felt him leave, bro. And then you know, like you said, the treachery in LA. To see the video that they released, that was the nail in the coffin for me. To see him get strolled off on that stretcher like that just made me, it resonated with me, and I learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from him passing away. So I say all that to say this. When I got the call, when I got the email from Big U's representatives, Big U, his reps reached out to me. They throwing a white flag. They saying, please stop talking. Don't keep talking about. But I'm not afraid of any of that. None of that shit moves me. You understand? I told y'all before, and I'm gonna do it real fast because I saw a little challenge that Charleston White did. I thought that shit was fly. So I'm gonna do the Charleston White challenge because I don't see anybody else doing it. Um, but it just really resonated with me, and it made me understand how big it can get, how far we could take this, if you just stay down, stay consistent, and stay on your marathon. That was one of the reasons I started doing my channel. That was one of the reasons I said, yo, I'm gonna commit, and I'm gonna just do my shit and see what happens because it's a marathon. You feel me? That's why I always say we growing this thing organically. We only going up. It's constant elevation at all times. Y'all saw me start off in my bathroom talking about Choke No Joke, all the way up to this video where I got the content down to a science. I know how to edit my videos ASAP. I know how to get them up ASAP. I got my page monetized. You see the merch. You see how we coming. So, like I said, I learned a lot from Nip. Stand down, stay on your marathon, stay solid. Don't sell any integrity. Don't sell any publishing. Don't sell any of it. Hold on to it. Even if you ain't got $1 in your pocket, it's gonna be worth something soon enough. And that's what we doing here. We creating content all times. Salute to all the kings, all the queens out there for sure. And like I said, man, we gonna turn up. I'm not gonna post the email. I thought about that. I was like, man, I could throw it in my community. I'm not gonna do any of that. You understand? But you got to know that we it's a solid thing right here. And salute to everybody in the DMs. I had somebody in the DM. I had somebody in the DM tell me that they had a clip of the alleged sex tape of Nip and his baby mom and all that. So I'm gonna have that tomorrow. The whole little clip, scene, whatever they got, I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And even with that, I'm not gonna show it on the channel. I don't want to. Again, man, you gotta understand the things that you do on this TV screen, the things that you do on this camera, is now a way to be initiated into the one of those doors. So me posting a video of Nip doing some wild some homo type activity, that's kind of like solidifying my step towards the door. And we not going in the door, man. We gonna keep it grown man business at all times. You see the merch. Salute to everybody out there. You see the merch. Salute to all my investors. I got about. I ain't gonna say he was. I ain't gonna say he was a home. I don't think he was a part of the Rainbow Coalition as well. I don't believe so. But I will say this. In the beginning, when I was listening to Nip, I could hear the tension in him. You know what I'm saying? You could hear like the tension in his voice when he did that song about you don't have a clue and the things that was going on with I guess his baby mom. I could just tell something. So I'm not gonna call him. I'm not gonna call him a Rainbow Coalition partner or member. But I will say this: You know, I think Nip was excited about something, or he was trying to. I think he was trying to get her to have a like get rid of the baby, or he was trying to have multiple upon multiple upon multiple guys smashing her out, so that the baby might not be his. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, if he pulled her head off, and bro, if he pulled her head off homie John and tongue kissed her in the mouth, then Nip, he got some explaining to do. He can't do no explaining because he ain't here. But something got to be said about it. You feel me? And I'll throw this on top of that before I keep going. But it's not gonna do anything to him. Yeah. I think he might have did some freaky stuff. Um, but I'll say this, man: the freakier you get, the closer you get to that LBGT 1 2 3 game. The freakier you get, the closer you get to stepping in one of those conference rooms. So if Nip got a tape out, which we're gonna see, and he is doing what Whack 100 claimed he's doing, that's not gonna make him a homosexual. It will make him suspect. A little, well, he would have been suspect. But Nip passed, and his legacy is strong. You can't really damage it. And that's another telltale about Big U. You know what I'm saying? You got Big U. You talk about Nipsey as man, Nipsey as dog, and then you got Whack 100 running his mouth, and you would think Big U would just smack Whack 100 in the face, like, yeah, don't talk about my dog like that. But for some reason, Big U is actually playing along with it. Big U is letting it go down. Big U don't have no say so. Big U can't stop Whack 100 from opening his mouth. And to me, that just speaks volumes to what Big U is supposed to, what he is. You know, there's no way that anyone should be able to open their mouth in Cali around any of that shit about Nipsey the Great. You feel me? So I mean, like I said, man, the DMs be flooded. Salute. The DMs be crazy. They be flooded. Um, and I told, I can believe that. You know what I'm saying? I know Nip was doing like the lean and shit back in the day. In those times, he was doing the lean. He was smoking a lot of weed. He was drinking a lot. He was stressed. He had the case over his head. Yeah, facts. He had the case over his head. He was having a baby with the jumper. She was a jump off. He didn't mean to get her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he did it, but he did. Um, and then he was on the run. His brother was locked up. He didn't want to not miss out on the opportunity to get signed. He got signed. He took the advance money, bought a car, he did some other things with the money, and then he beat the case. So Nip was stressed out. He definitely was wired, but I don't know. I never did lean. I never been one of them guys to play around in that type of shit. So I don't know the effects on it. What I will say is when you watch the youngins doing all these pills, and you watch the youngins, they be horny, and it be like 8 niggas in the room. They all talking and jumping around on camera, and they all got woodies because they done popped these pills and took this yeah. So it gets spooky when you playing with drugs, and you playing with getting faded all day. It gets spooky. Um, yeah, man. But the thing is, this what you gotta understand is none of your bros. I think I'm gonna do. Like I said, I'm about to do another video. But none of your bros is loyal, my G. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something, right? I mean, this is grown man business. This is grown man business TV 101, right? These dudes with all these homies, these dudes that they go out, they do the bro code, they hang with their homies, they smoke, they arguing with their girl because they with their homie too much. Um, if something was to happen to one of these dudes, your homies gonna get snaky, man. Men gonna turn snake when it come to women, when it come to money. You gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring niggas around your wife. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring niggas around your safe. You can't do those things. So all the Nip homies was shiesty, if you ask me. I don't see one. I ain't seen one of Nip homies that I was like, man, he riding for Nip, even though Nip ain't here. He's standing strong for Nip. He ain't letting nothing slide, except for maybe his security guard. Yeah, yeah. And see, that's one thing I realized. I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? This is just the honest truth. One thing that I'm happy about is that I caught certain signs when it come. Jay Stone, I rock with Stone. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Jay Stone, but I just don't think nobody is Bro, the way Whack 100 is talking about Nip, the things that he even said over the phone is DP status. Like somebody should have been online. Like somebody tell Whack he need to pull up to the hood, uh, or something, or we need a fade. You know what I'm saying? As far as the music go, yeah, Stone. I listen to all Stone albums. The joint he did right after Nip died, the recent one, the latest one. I listen to all Stone shit. I rock with him. Exactly. So if the gang culture in LA, that's the only thing that I'm going by. How they do with the gangs. And if you are a gang member and you do some wacky stuff and people see it, then you have embarrassed the gang, you get DP. If a if one of the gang members gets smoked, then you talk on it, then niggas need to be on their IG live, like tell Wack he gotta come run this fade. I'm sure Wack will pull up for some fades. Somebody just got to run it with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody got to run it with him. And if I was Nip, right? Then I went. If I was Nip, then I would be where Nip is. And if I could look down, if I can see, if it's any way that what people say is true when it comes to the afterlife and all that, I would be highly disappointed in my body. I would be turning over in my grave, watching these niggas live their life after somebody did that to Nip in the parking lot like that. I would be, I would literally, be disgusted with these niggas. You feel me? With the dudes that I rock with, the dudes that I gave these chains to, the dudes that I broke bread with. Whack be at Adam 100 spot all the time. Nigga, pull up. Somebody shoot the fair one. Give your man his phone. Make sure it's on record. Say, hey, record this, and we gonna shoot. We gonna shoot the five, man. We gonna shoot the five. And mind you, like I said, Nipsey's spirit was strong when his spirit was released into the atmosphere, man. Everybody felt that shit. That's why Nip was able to sell out the Staples Center. It didn't have, like you said, he didn't have no fans. He didn't win no Grammys. He didn't have no platinum plaques. This nigga was a green. He was green as you could be when it came to this music industry. Adam 100, Adam 22, tomato. No, I appreciate it. Adam 22. Well, yeah, I like Cowboy. I mean, I like what's the boy name? I like Jay Stone. I like Pac-Man the Gunman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure, like, right? I'm sure that Nip, that they doing what they supposed to do for Nip. It's just not making the YouTube. It's not making the algorithm. It's not making social media. So hopefully that I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that's what they doing. But from the outside looking in, it just I don't listen, man. I don't care what I'm doing to hold Nip down. If you running your mouth on YouTube or Instagram about him, and that's my dog, like he was they dog, bro. I got some videos I'm going to drop for you. I'm going to go on live for you. I'm going to pull up in your clubhouse rooms. I'm popping up, bro. I'm popping up because you got to answer for that shit. So you saw the video of Nip. Uh, everybody been. Let me tell you. Everybody that was in the cahoots with Nipsey benefited off of him in some shape, way, or form, fashion, passing away, being assassinated. You know what I'm saying? He had the Vegas compound that was being built, the Vegas casino with his real estate partner. You know what I'm saying? He had this whole situation with Puma. You know what I'm saying? You seen what happened when he passed away. Jay-Z put the Rock Nation sign, the Rockefeller sign somewhere on his hat and did some other stuff with the cross branding. Puma, everybody ate. Everybody. I'm sure his kids I'm sure his kids is eating off the streams. They say he owns all his streams and all that go to his kids. So everybody got a check. Jay Stone, when he dropped when Nipsey died, I was looking like who gonna drop. I heard like the other artists like Copy Supreme and them little snippets of their music. I was just like, but Jay Stone shit was hard. So Jay Stone did some numbers. Jay Stone got some features he wouldn't have got if he wasn't in line with Nipsey Hussle. T.I. You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of joints on his last album that I was like, oh shit. That joint with him, Nip, and T.I. was hard. That's like one of my favorite joints. So yeah, you know, a lot of people benefited off the passing of Nip Hussle. You feel me? And when you go, you know, if your bitch bad and if they can get to her, your homie, it ain't no homies in this world. You ain't got no homies, man. You got people that you rock with that's either your family or everybody associates. You feel what I'm saying? Um, yeah, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface. And you better believe we scratching the surface here at Grown Man Business TV. Don't forget the TV either. You know what I'm saying? You remember how Weezy F Baby used to say, "It's Weezy F. Don't forget the baby." Yeah, this is Grown Man Business TV, baby. Don't forget the Grown Man Business, and don't forget the TV. The TV is for entertainment. Yeah, man. But you know what I'll say about that. First off, let me say this, bro. This is Entrepreneur King, and salute to you. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing. No one can let Nipsey rest in peace. So when people say that, it makes me. I mean, I understand that people they talk and they're not comprehending exactly what they're saying. And one of my OCD traits or whatever you want to call it, right? One of those pet peeves I got is I take every word you say. I take every word. And then then a lot of I take every word. So when you say Nipsey been gone for 3 years, let that man rest in peace. I can't stop Nipsey from doing it. No one can stop Nipsey from resting in peace. You feel what I'm saying? So if you ask me, he's resting in peace. But I feel like people want you to stop talking about Nip because they don't want the truth to be exposed. And that's why Big U's people reached out to me. Big U got his hands in something. Big U had his hands in a pot. Big U gained something that he wasn't supposed to gain off of Nipsey Hussle being assassinated. And now that Nipsey Hussle's assassinated and he's in the dirt, it's like, why are they still talking about this? Y'all ain't over it yet? Nah. See how that worked? See how that worked? Yeah. Yeah, you see it. You know what I'm saying? We all locked in, man. Anybody want a hat? These hats only for my true subs, my real investors. Let me show y'all something real quick. Yeah, but Big U, he gained something. And the more you talk about it, the more whatever he did gain is gonna come out. Let me show y'all something. Y'all see this. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that already purchased the hat. Salute to everybody that already purchased the hat. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this in the spirit of Nipsey Hussle. We got green, we got blue, we got red. You know, in the spirit of Nip Hussle, we selling them hats 100 a piece. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that already pre-ordered the hat. We selling the hats for $100 a piece. They don't fade. This is stitching. It's the embedded stitching in the hat. We gonna do like Nipsey did the Crenshaw album. We going $100 a hat, and salute to I think I got like 12 people that already came and sent the cash apps and did their thing. If you want to get a hat, you want a shirt, reach out to the go in the comments, let me know, or go to my Grown Man Business YouTube page. That's I say YouTube page, my Instagram channel. That's grown_man_biz BIZZ. And shoot a DM, and we'll get one straight to you. You feel me? But if you look at Big U's latest response, right? Big U is talking about developments. He's talking about these developments that he got lined up. They about to start breaking ground on the developments. He got a media company. Hold on. Yes. Hey, listen. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say. I don't know if I don't. I don't think that Big U is necessarily a rat. I don't think that he is necessarily an informant. You understand? What I do believe is that Big. This is what you gotta understand. Big U is his whole personality is the deep made the Debo character. This nigga is major. That's the biggest Crip gang, period. The Rolling 60s. And you for a long time, behold, everybody knows that you was the leader of that gang for a long time. So when you are the leader of the biggest Crip gang in the world, you don't have to be you don't have to tell on somebody or to be with 12. You don't have to go to get in handcuffs and make a statement and point somebody out in court to be rubbing shoulders with them people. Big U is not a snitch, but he is definitely in bed with the LAPD. He's definitely in bed with the feds. He's so far in bed with those people that I feel like WAC 100 is now in bed with them through you. Because but yeah, you better. Why wouldn't he denounce the? Why, listen. The '60s in LA, right? This one thing I got from Nipsey as well as his music. They the scandalous. They the most scandalous, and they pride themselves on being the most scandalous Crips ever. They pride themselves on being the most scandalous gang ever. So when you got people like, Grown Man Business TV, when you got motherfuckers with a voice that's he was though. Nah, he was. I mean, you do your research. He probably ain't now. The shit is out of control now. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's just a rolling 60 set. It's a rolling 60. That's the umbrella, right? And now and then you got all these subcontracted gangs and cliques within the rolling 60s. That's dangerous to have. But why would he denounce the '60s? Because you gotta denounce when motherfuckers you don't went out there, pull some strings, got this man clipped. Motherfuckers ain't like this ain't Tupac. You feel me? This ain't Biggie Smalls. You got social media. You got you got social media. You got all these different outlets now. It's not like when Tupac and them niggas got smoked. You got people everywhere, bro. And I ain't even. Let me just be the one to say this. I'm not even scratching this. I'm not even really going deep. You feel me? It's motherfuckers that got videos, man. You should see my DMs. My DMs be crazy. If we get motherfuckers clipping all these videos together, and that shit don't look good for you. It don't look good. You feel me? Um, so yeah, he's gonna denounce the gang. He's gonna say, "Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing, man. You wasn't doing none of that when Nipsey was alive, bro." Yeah, son. And Nipsey said it in his rhymes. That's how I first heard about it. I was like, I used to think to myself, what kind of gang pride themselves on being scandalous? Because it ain't no, I mean, I guess it is women in it, but it's mostly dudes in the gangs. Um, and you would think it would be some loyalty there. You know what I'm saying? You would think these niggas in the gang, they got like little jumpers they letting in and out, but they leading this gang. These niggas is under the umbrella of the '60s. You would think it's some loyalty there. You would think that a nigga like Nip wouldn't get touched in his parking lot like that unless it was a paid hit. This shit had to be a paid hit. You feel me? Nipsey, man, listen, man, paid hit. And when you start looking and breaking down the pieces, man, look at these niggas. Look at Cowboy. Look how he walking around with all this money on him, and he got the Cubans and shit on now. All the things that he's doing now, he couldn't do when Nipsey was here. Same thing with Big U. Nipsey saw Big U, ran down on him, asked him, approached him, what's up with that? And Big U didn't want no smoke. Now he's gone, and this all you talking about. This all WAC 100 is talking about is Nipsey. Hold on, God. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying to you? So yeah. To me, it only makes sense because to do what he did, knowing that she was looking. Oh, yeah. Same thing, like you said. Same thing, different neighborhood, right? But the only thing that makes it different, the only thing that makes it relevant, the only thing that makes it a powerful situation is Nipsey's spirit. Nipsey's spirit was powerful. And you know, these things that I'm gonna start tapping into, like I said, man, we talk about celebrity gossip and we do all the antics, right? But I'm gonna start digging a little deeper with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna do it on the Patreon, none of that. Straight right here, you feel me? Some of the chats would be um, members only and subs only or something like that. But Nip, so yeah, so they but exactly loyal to the dollar. But Nip, Nipsey spirit was alive. His spirit was not supposed to be. Uh, you know, everybody they lie when they tell you that that's how God wanted it to be. Oh, if that's what happened and that's what God wanted it to be, nah, that's a lie. That's doctrination. That's how they trick you. You know what I'm saying? They tell you a bunch of stuff in that book that tricks you. And, you know, you could do anything, and if you say ask for forgiveness, nah, you can't do anything. You can't do what you did to Nip. That's not in divine order, my G. And that's why I touched everybody like that. Y'all stick this, keep this in your mental Rolodex. Divine order. Shit has to happen in divine order. That means the order of the universe. If you step in as a human down here and you inflict your will over the divine, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna pay for that, bro. And if you look at these dudes, it's almost just like Suge Knight. You know, you couldn't have told any of those dudes in the '90s that Suge Knight was going to end up the way he ended up, because, like you said, everybody's worshiping the dollar instead of people walking in their purpose, they're chasing a bag. Let me say that one more time for you. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know, it might go over your head or it might go under your bridge, but you feel what I'm saying? It he was out there, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. Divine order, divine order. Yeah, yeah. And see, this is the thing. What you gotta understand. So the narrative is always Nipsey didn't have any followers. Nipsey wasn't the big dog. Nipsey didn't do this. Nipsey didn't do that before he left. But those are all being measured by man. Those are all man's measurements. If he was platinum when he died, if he how many albums did he have? But they get that money and they still commit, you know, they still end up, you know, they still end up, you know what I'm saying, or they're not happy because you got to walk in your youngsters, even grown men. If you know grown men, there's a lot of grown men too, you know, that come in and holler at me in my DMs and tell me, man, damn, appreciate it, man, soaking up game, so much game you spilled last night, or so much game you spilled in this video, so much game you spilled in that video. That's a whole nother topic. We'll get on him. But yeah, divine order. Divine order. That means you got to be patient. That means you got to run a marathon. See what I'm saying? You can't run a sprint when it comes to divine order. And being as though we humans down here and we can inflict our will, we can do whatever we want down here uh, in this realm. You can, in front of divine order, you can literally change some shit that wasn't supposed to be changed. You can literally shoot somebody or you can take a spirit, take a life that wasn't supposed to be taken. So when they tell you, oh, everything happens for a reason and it did, nah. What we need to break down as kings, as God, as, you feel me, made in the image of. We need to now break down why that was, or we could diagnose it. We can figure out if it was or if it wasn't. That shit with Nip rippled across the world. So when people be like, "Oh, y'all niggas talking about Nip," da da da, I don't necessarily call it hating, because again, a lot of things is gonna go over some people's head and under their bridge, over some people's head and under their bridge. It ain't my job to pick and choose every person that I think can comprehend what's going on. I'm just gonna spill the game. I'm just gonna spill it. I ain't spilling no tea. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is grown man business TV. So we're gonna let the females say tea. You know, females in the room, y'all spill the tea. You know, we just gonna spill the business. We gonna spill the gems. We gonna spill the facts. We gonna spill the, you know, we gonna spill the knowledge, my G. And then if you want to pick it up and run with it, then that's what you can do. If not, you know, then you tap in or you tap out. But you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? You know, I suggest you tap in, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of game being dropped. And what you got to understand is, you know, these things are bigger than like celebrity gossip. They're bigger than celebrity gossip, man. So with Nip, you can like title that or you can like stamp that as celebrity facts. You could take that as celebrity gossip. But then it's like the one thing with Nip, and that's why I'm gonna tell you, man, it's a lot of Nip had a lot of he had a lot of the same references as what Jesus in the Bible was. 33, you know what I'm saying? Just a whole bunch of resemblance into what they predict. And you know, when Jesus was crucified, a lot of people learned from his death. That's what one of the reasons why he died, because a lot of people could learn from it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's really what happened with Nip, though. When he got smoked, I just realized a lot of shit I already knew, but it was like I couldn't look like it was like shoved in my face, like the shit wouldn't come. You know, come to your homies. You know, these coming from multiple different angles. You know what I'm saying? You see the title, Big U. People reached out to me. They don't want me. You know, but we gonna stay doing whatever video. You know, we gonna stay on their neck. It is what it is. But the homies, you feel me? You reached out to Nip when he got out of jail, and some people brought the music to him, and he reached out and went and found Nip. Nip didn't find him. Nip was going where he was going regardless. Regardless, he was going where he was going, my G. You feel me? So, you know, your homies. I learned a lot, bro. I learned a lot. Like bro. You can't have your son or your kids, and then make like a vital mistake like that and leave them out here by themselves. Like you at your people's house, they call you early. Somebody just got out of jail. They want to get some clothes. Everybody's off. The security's off. Everybody's off. Your homies are all off. One of your homies in that. People everywhere. You alone. You never supposed to. You always got to think every step. That's what chess. That's where chess come in at. That's where the game of chess. When you play the game of chess, you can learn how to think a step ahead. If you don't know already, it teaches you how to think a step ahead. It makes you think a couple steps ahead. If you're really playing, it forces you to start seeing the world like that. Your homies, they not gonna ride the way you probably think they gonna ride when you was here. They not gonna ride hard like you think they was gonna ride. I don't know. Shout out to Killer Twan. I like how, you know, I feel like Twan. I feel like that shit. When I seen his video, I could see how devastated he was. When he was in his interview, I think it was. I can't remember who he did the interview with. Maybe it might have been Adam. Adam. What's it? 22. There you go. I keep wanting to call him Adam 100. Dog. But yeah, he was devastated, bro. Devastated. But if your homie's not gonna ride with you the way you think they should ride with you, your wife, she gonna have to grieve. Yeah, she gonna have to grieve. Like, as a man, one of the things that come with being a grown man, with being a big dog, is playing chess at the highest level. The chess game of life, bro. Listen, man, to anybody that's out there, all the investors, man. If you don't know how to play chess, I suggest you watch a YouTube tutorial and you learn, bro. Teach yourself. I taught myself how to play because it's so vital. It's just like life, bro, and it will force you. Once you learn the pieces, you learn what they can do. You start to acknowledge and realize who's the most valuable on the board. Who's the most valuable? Because you're gonna learn the pieces. You're gonna be like, okay, pawn, rook, knights. Okay, well, queen, king. Okay, Who's okay? The pawn do this, do that, do whoop, and then you would be like, oh, okay, the king is the big dog. The queen is the second big dog. Everybody else is in protection of them. You will start being it because that was a bad move on Nipsey part. He had little ass shorts on, and it always make me cringe when I see that video. Like he had those Puma shorts on. You could tell ain't no gun in them shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was young, we wore big jeans because we kept things in them jeans, and we didn't want you to be able to tell was something in them jeans tucked in there. We wore big ass jeans. I was like a size. I had like a 38, 35, big jeans. They wear on step. You know, you wear your people's jeans. Your daddy wear big jeans. This nigga had like a little shirt on, nothing much. No gun print. The car door ain't open. Ain't no gunning. They already knew he ain't got no weapons. He ain't even got security with him. That was a bad chess move right there. You know, I'm gonna tell you this, man. It was that move was bigger than money. You know, a lot of people, like I said this before, man. When the higher ups and the elites drop that bag, by the time it get the cowboy hands and even big U hands, it done been through a few hands already, and they can't even pinpoint exactly what that, who that is, because they might ever get caught telling they can't tell who the higher ups and the elites are. You understand? But that's how it be. It's the same thing with Dolph. People hands got washed. Like, damn, what the fuck? Everybody hands getting washed, and you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I see these people. Dolph people is just on tour. Really, what do you want them to do, right? Dolph people got arrested. They in jail. I don't know, bro. I say this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very serious about mine. Like, and nigga, what's his name? Eric Holder. Nigga, a Holder wouldn't be able to live in L.A. or Compton or wherever the fuck, man, wherever you from that's like that. It would be no way that your last name could be Holder. You could be in the city. The police would come to your house and be like, listen, I know y'all probably going to have to sell this house and y'all going to have to move, bro, because we can't keep niggas off y'all for two, like, everybody. That something like that happened uh, within my circle, like, bro, somebody going to pay. Everybody going to pay. Where is the girl? Let me ask y'all this. Where is the girl who was driving the car for Shitty? I heard she got immunity. Think about that. This chick was driving him around. He got in the car with a hot ass pistol. When you shoot that pistol off like that, that bit hot. You can't just tuck it off in your boxes like and get in the car and don't think somebody gonna smell it, feel it. They gonna feel the heat coming from you. They gonna see it. They gonna like, what you doing? It's smoking. It's still smoke coming out the barrel of that hole, coming out your pants. So where is the shorty that was driving him around? I heard she was from like a rival too, of what Nip was. She was like a rival gang member. So who is her people? What's her last name? Niggas, nobody will be able to live in the city. Your last name is such and such, such and such. You can't be in the city. Yo, it looked like it. Bro, they had this, man, listen, dog. Everybody seen the video. They had Nip hanging off the goddamn side of that. Yo, they had Nip hanging off the side of that thing, dog. This one thing, I ain't, and I ain't even go that deep. I ain't even go that deep on the channel. They be watching. Hey, this one I'm gonna tell you, man. It start getting different. It start getting different when they watching, and you know they watching. You feel me? Um, you gotta be, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. But yeah, the ambulance people. I mean, look at them. Watch that video and watch them running him back to that mode. A lot of the times, niggas get clipped up like that and they survive, bro. And it be the motherfucking physicians, the practice that get your ass smoked. A lot of the times, that's what it be. You going a bit. Martin Luther King got shot in the face. A lot of people don't even know this. Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King started feeling like Malcolm X. He wanted to ride with X, and he started realizing because the government, I forgot who was in office, like Kennedy or something, told Martin Luther King, look, we're gonna give you this money for your community. We're not gonna give it to to these people or those people. We're gonna give your people what they supposed to have. And then that money got used for like a war. Or that money got chopped up, and then we didn't get it, right? Martin did a speech. He was like, I feel like I led my people into a burning house. right? Long story short, when he got hit, he survived. He was alive and well on the balcony. They took that man to the hospital where he, yeah. So it is what it is. Yeah, exactly what you said, my boy Don King. Exactly, exactly. The higher ups and the elites, man. It is what it is. Now, what you got to understand is they can't stop nothing. See, the thing with the reason why they get in, the reason why they get in tune, the reason why they lock in, and they you know, they extort you, and they get some kind of crazy because they already know if you stay solid, you can't be moved. Nipsey, ooh, they knew where he was, bro. If this nigga would have stayed down, and the little couple deals he did, you know what I'm saying, that was him partnering up with people. He stayed solid. He ain't give up no integrity. You got to wipe them out, bro. You can't have them type of. It's the same. Where you think the slave owners got the mentality of that? It'll be a look. It'll be about five. Yeah, 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 man. You know how it go. But yeah, you know how the game go, man. So yeah, look, we're gonna tap back in. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all in a few minutes. Salute to everybody that's in the building. That's a quick hour, man. I'm gonna tap back in with y'all probably in like a couple hours, and we're gonna continue to chop it. But before I go, like I said, man, when they watching, you know, their ears is open, and it is what it is. But you don't have to, you don't have to, you don't have to, still go up organically. That's why the marathon is so important. You feel me? So yeah, man, y'all do your thing, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. You feel me? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in.